Very special event to celebrate this wonderful couple. 50 years ago, an aspiring young doctor made the trip from Guntur to Machilpatnam to see a prospective match on the advice of his professor. It only took my dad that one visit to fall in love with this young beauty who loved music, singing, and her family. They were married in 1971. Within 2 years, they had one daughter. Within 3 years, they had another. And in 5 years, they had moved to America to build a new life, to live their version of the American dream. And many of you in this room have been with them through this journey, from India to Baltimore to Youngstown, St. Louis, and finally in Danville, where they settled into a welcoming Indian community and making friends for life. In their first 10 years of marriage, they had 3 children. They moved across the world. They finished their medical training, lived in 5 different places. Talk about a busy time. The next decade saw them raise their kids and help their family, my uncles and my aunts, establish themselves here in the States and raise their own. In the 1990s, they had to deal with teen angst and grunge music, high school graduations, college tuition bills, then an empty nest. But it also brought weddings, a son-in-law, many more nieces and nephews, and many blessings. In the 2000s, they welcomed grandchildren, and another son-in-law, another daughter-in-law, and had time to travel with family and friends. And in the 2010s, they got more grandchildren. By the end of the decade, they had 7 in total. They've watched us settle and grow on our own families with love, happiness, and pride. So now the 2020s, they haven't started out as in all the ways that many of us would have expected, especially these last 2 years with lots of change and uncertainty. But for me, one thing remains constant. Nothing. Okay? We make it through the evening with not grow. And that's my parents' love and commitment to each other, to their family, to their friends, and to their community as a whole. So I'm so thankful that all of you guys could travel from near and far and gather tonight to celebrate these wonderful people. So thank you very much.
తన మనసంత నీదని అర్థేచగా తన వలపంత నీకని కామేచగా అవధులు లేని ప్రేమకై మోక్షేచగా
Sriman-Narayana, 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 ne Sripadame Sharanu. 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 Kamala Sati Mukha Kamala Kamala Gita Kamala Priya Kamaleshana. Kamala Sati Mukha Kamala Kamala Gita Kamala Priya Kamaleshana. Kamala Sati Mukha Kamala Kamala Gita Kamala Priya Kamaleshana. Kamala Sanahita Garuda Gamana Sri Kamala Nabani Pada Kamala Me Sharanu. Kamala Sanahita Garuda Gamana Sri Kamala Nabani Pada Kamala Me Sharanu. Sriman-Narayana, 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 ne Sripadame Sharanu. Paramayogi Jana Bhagyadeya Sri Paramapurusha Paratpara. Paramayogi Jana Bhagyadeya Sri Paramapurusha Paratpara. Paramayogi Jana Bhagyadeya Sri Paramapurusha Paratpara. Paramatma Paramanurupa Sri Tiruvenkatagiri Deva. Paramatma Paramanurupa Sri Tiruvenkatagiri Deva Sharanu. Sriman-Narayana, 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 ne Sripadame Sharanu. Sriman-Narayana, 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 ne Sripadame Sharanu.
Much. So most of you know our good family friend, Mr. D.H.R. Sarma. He's always blessed our family functions with his wits and his eloquence. At this time, I'd like to invite him to come up and say a few words about this special couple. Let's give him a round.
Thank you, Pawan. How are you? Okay, as you said, I've been with this family for a long time. I am very excited because this is my first post-COVID speech. Waiting for a long time. Not really. So anyway, first of all, let's congratulate this on the 50th anniversary who look just like on their wedding day, the newlyweds, JagannadhaRao. When they exchanged the garlands, I was going to say, you may kiss the groom. But anyway, I have a little short speech prepared. I've been with this family for, I don't know, ever since I got married, which is some time ago. And they have been, along with a couple of other families, pillars of the Telugu community, I thought. Then I found out the Indian community at large. Okay, so later on. So first let me talk about Radha. You know, the word Radha has always been somehow very, what shall I say, favorite of movie songs. A lot of movie songs have Radha in them. Then this Radha, that Radha. Radha likes to dance. Radha likes to party. We just saw that. Right? But the one that struck me was Radha Kaise Jale. You know, but so that's the song that you know from Lagan, Radha Kaise Jale. But the Hamara Radha Hamesha Na Chale. So she is, because he doesn't give her a reason to be that way. So JagannadhaRao has been, you know, the model husband, and she molded him into one. and that's how she is, right? So I am a Telugu poet by some accounts. So I know there are a lot of Hindi speaking people. I try to explain in English sometimes. And both Radha and JagannadhaRao have been ardent fans of Telugu poetry. They have hosted many Telugu scholars and Telugu poets, and I have been an integral part of their hosting these people and etc. So it will be a poetic tribute to them and some little bit of humor. So. That's not my writing. Can you stop that, please? Oh, I see. Okay. We have to be more wider than them, right? So, okay. So, Radha Madhava, I will say that Radha Madhavulandru, Radha Madhavulandru, Radha Jagati Nadha. Jagannatha is world's Natha, but he is actually the Natha of Radha's world. Radha Jagati Natha Rahu Nive Vadala Doramu Chesedi Sadhana Nipunatagala Samasaranide. A lot of people say Samsaram. You know, Samsaram is all the troubles, usually troubles of married life. But this is not Samsaram, it is Samasaram, because before the ERA and before the Equal Right Amendment, they have been equal in their family. So they have become clap because they have lived the trail that, when you look at them, you can see they both have very, harmonious thing, and both are very, very equal. Okay. So let's, you can say a lot of things about them, their life and how they met and how beautiful she is. You can look at the photos outside and you can look at her herself, so on and so forth. But I just wanted to take a look at their married life for the last 50 years, which can be a model for some of us. It's never too late. Okay, so. Chilaka Gorinka Chelimini Salinchi Chetanantaga Chetamichi. In Telugu there is something about Chilaka Gorinka. That means they are very, very happy couple. Somehow they have observed that and they have become Chilaka Gorinka. That's how it begins usually. Okay. Samsara Saubhagya Sanketane Mana Santana Sugunam Kantigale. So what is the product of married life? What have you achieved? Not the wealth, not the doctors, not the titles, not the awards, not the friends, but your samsaram is measured by the quality and the attributes of your children. Measured by that, Madhuri, Anantalakshmi and Pavan and their spouses are a great tribute how they have raised their children. So my children going on with all the romance, and then that led to this good santanam. Vedya samskaramu, Vaidya dharma padamu, Ubhaya rashtralaku, Prabhaluchimma. I'm from Indiana, I teach in Indianapolis all the time. But then I recognize that he is from a different state. Okay. So these Ubhaya Rashtralu, these twin states, so they have become a fixture in these two states, Vedya Samskaramu, because they always have these religious functions, which are rituals and pujas and all that. And Vaidya Dharma Padamu, Vedya, that's play on words because of his profession, medicine. Ubhaya Rashtralaku Prabhalchuma, they brought light to both the states. Telugu bhashaku tamu velaleni sevato kalakalavadincha velige Gita. Gita is GITA, Greater Indianapolis Telugu Association. Okay, and Radha has been president of the Telugu Association, but he did all the work. He did all the unskilled work. Like how the associations had to carry this, that, and even Pavan was carrying video cameras and other kinds of stuff. In fact, in Indiana, the first Telugu Ashtavadhanam was performed when Radha was president, and by no other than Garu, and they conducted that, and Pavan was doing the other types of work. Okay? And that was in a clubhouse on a Friday evening, and it's all because of their leadership. And then they said, Radha-ra-ula-ramya kalpanamulo ramya-tiramya-mulan. That's a quotation from the poet. Then there's one more thing I want to mention about them. Gudiloni deviki, Gudiloni papaku, Sadileni sevalu sampadaye. It's a play on words. Gudiloni deviki, for the god or goddess in the temple. Gudiloni papaku, so any child or grandchild are in their lap. Sadileni sevalu, that means noiseless. That means they don't need to tell people, I have done this one in Sala, Valapli Charity, even in Nenekati Charity. You know how much I contributed? So they don't say any of those things. Okay? So without any advertisement, they treat these temples, etc. They have contributed to the upliftment of many temples, not only in Illinois but in India. Swarna Vashikamuna Varna Visleshana. Swarna Vashikamuna, on this 50th anniversary, Varna Visleshana is actually in the light, whatever, this, what do you call it in English, refraction, the sun's rays, which you are, the 7 colors. Okay. So if you want to look at the colors of their married life, I find not colors, but a Navarasam. In literature there's Navarasam, people, some Haskam, Shunkaram, all this kind of stuff, Adbhutam. But Konni Hechi Teche Vanyalu Sadanana. Not all rasas are equal. There's no fear, there's anger, they're all rasas in literature. But two rasas, Hasyam, humor, and Shrungara. I know Hasyam because they're very humorous people. Shrungara, I take it for granted. So, Konni Hechi Teche Vanyalu Sadanana, Manaku Mudamo, so they bring us all happiness. Devi Nenaru Zubu, may the goddess Lalita Devi, you bless them with long and happy married life. Om Dhruvam Te Raja Varanam Dhruvam Devo Brahaspati Dhruvam Ta Indras Chagnischa Rashtam Narayatam Dhruvam Dhruvena Harisham तस्मै देवादिप्रवन्नायं च ब्रह्मणस्पतिः शतमानं भवति शतात्मानं भवति शतमनन्तं भवति शतायुः पुरुषस्य देहेन्द्रिये आयुष्येन्द्रिये प्रतिष्ठति दीर्घायुष्मान् भव शतायुष्मान् भव दीर्घसुमङ्गली भव सर्वत्र विजयप्रदं शान्तिरस्तु पुष्टिरस्तु तिष्ठिरस्तु आयुष्यमस्तु आरोग्यमस्तु ऐश्वर्यमस्तु सर्वत्र विजयप्रदं ओम शांति शांति शांति. Thank you. Let's give them and their family a big hand.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful. Please give a hand for that. Mr. Sharma. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce my aunt from Houston, Texas. Many of you know Lakshmi Kalabatipu. She's going to come and speak about her sister and mother-in-law.
Welcome all of you. Most of you know me as Radha's sister, older sister. I am her older sister from Houston. Anyway, what can I say about my sister? Whatever I say, it will be considered as a bias or whatever it is, but I am going to speak a little bit. She's always enthusiastic about meeting people, parties, and dancing and all that. But we call her very affectionately Radha. Okay, so I'm going to call her as Radha today. And years ago, I think you were only 7 or 8. My father was building a new place and all that, and then one of my cousins took her picture sitting on the fireplace. Then the photo came out really good. I hope they have it in the front. I haven't seen it yet. But and there he put it as a caption, "This beauty star Radha is my sister." That stuck with everybody for a long, long time. She's always beautiful, she's always enthusiastic and all that. But after coming here, a couple of things I noticed, and it was evident also, is that she has evolved, changing, adjusting to every phase of our life. Wife, mother, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and all of that too. She is always portrays like she's very, very religious and orthodox. She's not. She is a very, very good blend of East and West. Nobody knows it. Every time she asks, "Oh, do this puja," but no. She has changed a lot, and I have seen her adjusting and evolving beautifully. And of course, the last 50 years, I have been seeing JagannadhaRao Garu a lot. And from day one, he became the son that my father doesn't have. We are only 3 sisters. And he treated my father and mother as if like his own parents. And he became more than a brother and more than a friend to all of us too. His unconditional support is immeasurable. Okay? And he also, both of them together, they raised beautiful girls. And one thing about him also, like D.H.R. Shankar was saying, they don't go for the fame, they don't go for the spotlight either. Especially him, he is always a bigger visionary person. In whatever he does, or whatever he says, whatever the situation is, he always sees the bigger vision. And in his projects or in his everyday life or wherever it is. And that is a very big lesson I keep learning from him too. And also, what it is also, and of course, when both of them got married, there is no your side of the family or my side of the family. It's all one family. I tell my kids all the time, if you want to learn to balance both sides of the family, look no further than Radhapini and Baba. Okay? So anyway, I'm very fortunate, ever since they both got married, we were all very fortunate, and we like to spend the time with them, and more than the relatives, we became good friends also. Me and my husband, my kids, we all adored them. And they are the aunts and uncles for a lot of kids. Not only their beautiful 3 kids, to a lot of kids, their aunts and uncles, oh, well, let's call Radhapidi, let's check with the Babai. To a lot of kids, not only to my 3 kids, my older sister's 3 kids also, and their grandkids and all of that. Our grandkids, oh, Radha Mama, this is JagannadhaRao. That's the family thing that is really amazing thing they do, both of them, they do it, okay? But anyway, thank you very much for being part of our lives, and very, very nice to see you both. And I was very, very happy. And your unconditional support is much, much more appreciated. And you have been supporting in good times and bad times, anything and everything. All you have to do is that just to ring and give them a call and they will be fine. Okay? Happy anniversary and thank you. God bless you, both of you, with many, many more years of togetherness. Okay? Bye.
chanting performances. It's hard to follow. I'd like to thank Marley for asking me to speak a few words. A lot has been said on behalf of Radha. Of course, she deserves a bit, if not more. Let me tell you something about Jagan. We have been partners for 36 years, since 1986. I just recently retired at the beginning of the year. But now, 36 years, I never seen him lose composure, never had any arguments, and even disagreements. Even if there are disagreements, I don't even know about it. That's the testament of the great character of Jagan. At work, he is such a cool cucumber because Radha took care of all the household stresses and raised a wonderful family. Our families got very close, knowing Badri, Lakshmi and Pawan. And every time she invited us to the home, her endless cooking, and she made sure that we ate everything that she cooked. On behalf of Usha and all of our family, I would like to congratulate them on this golden anniversary and wish them a long life full of good health and happiness. Thank you.
My name is Bal Gopal, and on behalf of the Hindu Temple and Cultural Society, I want to wish Dr. JagannadhaRao Garu and Anuradha Garu a wonderful 50th anniversary and many, many more to come. The Rao Garus have been a prominent members of the Hindu temple, and they both are tireless volunteers and pay a lot of their energy in the growth of our temple in this small community. They are also financially very generous to this temple. Now, if you do not know a little bit about our temple, is that this is the only temple in the whole of North America where the presiding deity is Goddess Saraswati. So if out-of-town people who have come for celebrating this grand occasion, I'll urge you to go tomorrow to visit the temple. It's a Saraswati temple, and youngsters, you better go there and ask for Goddess Saraswati's blessings for all your studies and other endeavors. Now, on this occasion of the Dr. and Mrs. Rao's 50th anniversary, I also urge you to, if your spirit moves, make a donation for the Hindu Temple and Cultural Center. The treasurer of the society is in the back, and I'll call on Dr. Kapoor to stand up. Okay, so now we are seeing and feel generous to write a check on behalf of the temple and make the donation on behalf of the Raos. Thank you very much.
రెండువే మాత్రం. పంటూ గానికి 22 బస్తీలో మస్తు కట్అవుట్ బచ్చాగాన్ల బ్యాచ్ ఉండేది వచ్చిన మంటే సుట్టు పంజాబీ సోనుందిరో ఓ సందమామ సుఖరాగక శంకర్ వచ్చేరో శివుడమ్మ చిక్కలెక్క దుంకుతుంటేరో ఆ సందమామ చుట్టి జాలి సింగుతుందిరో నాలుగు కుమావ రాములో రాములా నన్నాగం చేసిందిరో రాములో మానవ చేసిందిరో రాములో రాములా నన్నాగం చేసిందిరో రాములో రాములా మానవ చేసిందిరో
They're available for bookings for any weddings or receptions that you guys have planned. Just contact me. Photo session. Very good. So at this time, I'd like to
on the momentum between speech, and also a lot of my buzzwords, what I am going to say, have been already talked about. Other people probably used to steal my thunder actually. A lot of chronology is going to be, but I'm going to make some corrections. Okay, so as you know, this my brother and Vadina, sister-in-law, was an arranged marriage. First the Pelli Chupulu, first time they saw each other in August 1971. And second time they saw each other. The reason for that, how you do not know, is my Vadina, my sister-in-law, wanted to see him again. So the excuse was her granddad, Tata Garu, was there and some other elders were there. She was very nervous. She didn't see the boy clearly. So she wrote a letter to my house, but she did not put the attention to Dr. JagannadhaRao. She put the attention to Chivata Gopala Krishnamurti. The letter went to Chivata Gopala Krishnamurti and he opened the letter. You know, the old days, if you don't know, if JagannadhaRao gets the letter, Dad opens the letter. JagannadhaRao is at medical school, right? So whoever gets the letter in the house, they can open it back home. It's not like that, you know. My kids still let me write. Sometimes, you know, I open their checks. It's a different matter, but so Chimta Gopal Ishmael, you know, he's sitting there back there. He opened the letter and then started saying, Yamandi Sivaru, and then she struck him. Like, there was like Sivaru, oh my God, I can't say Sivaru, right? So she doesn't know what to write. She just put Yamandi and some scribble there. Malli Chudalani Rupendi. So first, Chivata Gopal Ishmael got confused. Then she put that T.S at the end of the letter, and she said, oh, this is, can you please give this to Jagan, Garu? Otherwise, you know, he could have taken this letter and ended up in Machilipatnam. Thank you. So then he showed up. Again, I happened to be 6 years old only at the time. And then I had to go 2 times. First time, Chinnapilladu, let's tag along. Second time, there were 7 people in the ambassador car, we needed 8 persons. Okay, put this guy in somebody's lap, and then I got it there again. So I saw, and there was one little bit controversy if you don't know about the height. So who is taller? Right? So my brother was 6'2" at the time, actually. Okay, he was literally 6'2", believe it or not. But during this 50 years journey, you know, slowly, all men grow so fast, and then they go down so fast. That's the reason he's like that today. And so they were standing in some corners. Okay, they were standing like this, one person here, and her father and grandpa came and they measured who is taller, literally. Yeah, that's how it is. You know, when you guys walk, you know, one person is standing on the sidewalk and the upper level sidewalk, and one is on the road, and you take measurement, you're dating, you know, same concept basically, you know, but they did in front of you. So but she okayed it, so everything happened good, 50 years of journey. So what makes this successful marriage is, I got a quote, it requires falling in love many times, always with the same person. That's what really successful marriage is to a young couple. So what are some ingredients in their success? I just came up with that. They're very steady on who they are. Literally, they have not changed. You know, if you know both of them for this many years, they have not changed. The fundamentals I'm talking about. I know Dr. Garu or somebody spoke, they changed, evolved. I think Lakshmi said evolved. That's all there, but the fundamentals did not change. They learned to enjoy the differences. Is there anyone here married in a perfect marriage? without differences, please stand up. Nobody is standing up. Hey, Pooja's dad is standing up. She may be sitting. Of course, I am standing up and perfect, really. And with compromise, everyone tells about compromise. They compromise on so many things, and they are very kind to each other. That's the most important thing. There's a long list, but I want to be very quick. I was given only 2 minutes, but I know it will take 10 minutes. Sorry, Madhuri. Accomplishments. What did they do? Pawan covered pretty much in 2 years. Madhuri and Chinashoda in India. Then I think in 74 or sometime he ended up here. And then 1 year he left my Vadina, sister-in-law, in India. And it is the secret, don't tell anyone. It was published in the newspaper in Machilipatnam, that's called Bandar. So 1 year after marriage, 2 kids, he came to America and he did not return. He left this Radha, and her father is a very famous doctor, Garu, and the third daughter. So the rumor in the town was he dumped her. So, how the rumor came? She started going to Type Institute to learn typing. My brother said, you need to learn English and typing, that will be very valuable here. She went to the Type Institute and they were gossip. Machilipatnam is a very gossip town. If you know my sister-in-law Radha, she loves gossip. She loves. We all learn from her, and I'm a very gossip guy. And on the same topic, every evening when she comes home, my mother comes home, very religious Orthodox lady, my sister-in-law. My brother is like Lakshmi Narayan on the sofa. And she sits at his footsteps and she will pull in. A lot of people, you lost hair, and my brother, and probably their spouses pull your hair. Mine too. My wife pulls my hair. But she pulls his feet. And then, so what is the gossip? What did Rama say today? So who came to the hospital? What is this? What are they talking? What did Devana Prasad? He's not here. What is the guy? My brother, even if he knows it doesn't matter. She tries and tries and tries, and then he falls asleep because she's giving massage. That's what really happens. So that gossip really happened in Bandar about this typist, and she quit. The peer pressure meant she quit. And then here she shows up. And I asked her, okay, do you know the typing? She said, no, this is the story. Okay, that's okay. But that's why she never went to work. That's the excuse. Very lucky woman. So what else they accomplished is he's very successful in his career. We are very proud of him. And then he's a role model to not only to the family, to the friends, yes, as you all know. And then he's a very he maintained very balanced life. If you know him, he's very low profile guy. My Vadina too, very low profile. Even though she likes diamonds and all that, that's a secondary issue. But she had 3 diamond necklaces. She's plugging in again, and 4th one she wants. Who is she going to give? I don't know. Are you thinking about me in my life, or I don't know? And then. The other stuff, great accomplishments, I would say, is on behalf of our family. Just because my brother and sister-in-law came to this country, the early stages in 74, and then because of them, we have about 27 family members here. 27. That does not include, and his own 2 daughters and son. Their extended families, they together 12, just because they came to this family. So my brother, somebody told my convert there, I was telling him, he has a strategic vision. Speaking of my brother, a couple of things, he's a very realistic guy. very realistic. He was very tough on all my brothers. You know, he sits like that, he's very tough. We used to wet our pants. You know, he used to little bit spanky, little more than spanky sometimes, you know, in medical school, but it's all worth it. Even, you know, my sister-in-law, she's very kind, like I said, right? But don't take it wrong. She set the bar very high. I'm telling you in public, you can record it. She set the bar very high to her brother-in-laws. You are coming here, you came here, you have to be successful. Whatever you do, I don't care. Basically, that's what she said. My total score was 200 out of 500 probably at that time. She didn't care, but she let me know. I improved now probably 25, 225, but I've been successful over 30 years. That's okay for now. But I'm telling you, my sister-in-law was really, really honest. There's no secret. And kids, I'm telling you, same thing you need to do for your children. Set the bar high, and you will be successful. Your kids will be successful. Then my brother, he led the family, and my father's first favorite son. And then my dad was working in like a tahsildar, deputy collector, and all these things. He really enjoyed what I did not enjoy. The government vehicles and the tours and all these things. My father decided to have me when he retired, about to retire at age 55, and I only saw him sitting in the house all the time. But my brother was different. And my mother, again, favorite son. And my brother, most of you know, whenever she's in the hospital or anything, you know, she's sick, she was with me most of the time. I take care of her. I'm an operational guy. Basically, I take care of the doctors and all these things. And when the doctors are very good in Springfield, and you all should move to Springfield, really. I campaign, maybe Tom Gopal or somebody to contest. And then when this two couple, my brother and sister-in-law shows up, you should see my mother's face. You know, and when he sees the radiology reports or blood reports, whatever, you know, radiologists don't know about blood reports, but my mother thinks they know everything. And then she's so happy. Okay, I'm getting the right treatment. You know, he can put that fake face, you know, literally, but that's the growth. He has that, my Vadina has the charisma to give the peace to my mom. We are very lucky to have her in our family like that. And speaking of my sister-in-law, I already touched this a little bit. Came from very good family, third daughter in the siblings line, third, pampered, spoiled, name it. But when she came here to our house, we were all, you saw on picture, the height-wise, we were like this, all 5, 6 of us, right? And she used to climb up all the trees for mangoes and jamakailu and all these things. We used to play shuttle with her. It was fun, really. It was really fun. She treated all of us like brothers, not really brother-in-laws. And then she's very dynamic and energetic, very kind-hearted. And you all know she's the pillar of the family. She's the chief commander. You know, my mother was chief commander. Now in Brahmana family, she is the chief commander. Yes. There is no doubt, brothers, if you need any cash or anything, you know, mother used to give for us birthdays and anniversaries. You know, to reach the chief commander, right? So with that, you know, I wish you all the best, Annaya Vadina, on behalf of all our brothers and the brother in India, Subbarao and Jaish Vadina, you know, really congratulate you, and may God bless you with a happy life, good health and peace. Thank you.
Select my
చినుకులపైనే రెప్పలు వేసి కప్పేస్తావే కనిపించని దేవుణ్ణి కన్నార్పక చూస్తావే కన్నుల ఎదుటే నేనుంటే కాదంటున్నావే చూపే బంగారమాయనే శివల్లి మాటమాయనే చూపే బంగారమాయనే శివల్లి నవ్వే నారతమాయనే
'దుమ్ములోన పోట్ల గిట్ట దూకినట్టు పోలే అమ్మ జాతరలో పోతరాజు ఊగినట్టు కిర్రు సెప్పులేసుకొని కళ్ళ సాము చేసినట్టు మళ్ళీ సత్తు నీడలోన కుర్ర పుంపు మూడినట్టు ఎర్ర జొన్న రొట్టెలోన మిరప తొక్కు కలిపినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు
Years ago, Mom, Dad, 50 years ago, you both was fortunate to have been brought together by family and by God. You complement each other so well, and you've been an example to all three of us on how to be good people, good spouses, good parents, and how to integrate family and friends into your life together. When I was reflecting about your relationship and your marriage, I thought of the banyan tree, the national tree of India. Banyan tree roots, they develop from the branches and grow to the ground. And these roots will bind together and become trunks of new trees. So in actuality, a single tree can spread out over acres and live for hundreds of years. They say the largest of these trees is actually in Andhra Pradesh. It's hundreds of years old and it spreads out to over like 18,000 acres or so. And so to me, thinking of this tree, thinking of these roots, Mom always says you guys need to be pillars of the family and like tree trunks and strong. To me, your marriage is a product of these two strong parent banyan trees, the Morchella family and the Brahmandan family. And you brought those roots across the ocean, here to sunny central Illinois. Golden Eye. And you brought those roots across the ocean, landed in Danville, and those roots dug into the ground. And they bound together, and the rest of us have sprouted our own roots from those branches, as many of you have discussed. And now your tree spans continents and nations and 50 years. And your roots will persist, and they'll extend, further into the future. Your tree will keep going. So if you have a drink or you have a glass, I'd like to make a toast to my parents. Just a quote by the poet Khalil Gibran. You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of heaven dance between. Congratulations on 50 years of marriage. We love you very much. Here's to the next 50 years. Cheers. Okay, why don't you guys come up and cut this yummy cake?
us and helping us to celebrate this event. People have come from several areas, several states, and I really want to thank them for all their efforts. You know, marriages are made in heaven, that's what they say. Friendships are forever. In the last 50 years or 52 years of our stay in this country, so we developed so many friends. We had so many friends coming from different parts of the world. Some of them we have traveled with them, we grew up with them, and we worked like Dr. Rao was saying. So it's really a wonderful occasion to be able to see all of you at one place at one time, and it's really emotional for me. Thank you all for coming one more time. So we hope to spend the next couple of days with all of you and reminisce our fast and also have a good time. I just want to thank all the speakers who said so many good things, so many nice things. I hope I'm not sure whether we really are what you are saying, but I'll take it anyway. I enjoy it. Thank you. And she takes it too. It's really nice to see your children, your grandchildren, and everybody take part in this occasion. And it was really a pleasure to watch them do all these dances and also my speeches. My brother twisted the story a little bit. He tried to make it very funny, but he's the youngest brother of our family and he can get away with it. So give him a big hand. So it has been a long journey, as you know, but it has been a very satisfying journey, and we like to help and see them grow, and we like to continue what we're doing to help people, to cure people, at the same time to make somebody's life better. And that's what one of my friends advised. You have achieved everything, but try to help others. That was, I remember it always. Thank you. So I don't want to keep you too long, but I'm sure you're all hungry now, so you will make a good job of finishing all that food in the bag. But I just want to thank the hotel management, Rose Gok, I don't know where she is, and her team. They really went out of their way to help us to take what to do, arrange all these things, and she really came along so well. Otherwise this would not have been possible. Even at the COVID time we had to cancel the program, but still she kept going, and she really came out with a beautiful job. Give them a big hand. And a word about our musicians, Prakashi and Geetaji and Naveen, and they came from all the way from Houston, and like I just said, friends are forever. She's our traveling companion in few of the trips we made, and we had a great time, and we heard her sing while we were traveling in the bus a lot of times. So I just wanted to make sure that she comes and gives a concert in Champaign, and that's what she did. So she really agreed, and thank you very much. She's going to sing a lot more songs, hopefully some of them young, some of them old, but enjoy it anyway. Thank you. Thank you, Geetaji and your team. Thank you. And I want to also thank my niece, Sadri. So doctors, actually, she's a PhD in education. Sagari, she's a very accomplished Kuchipudi dancer. A lot of you don't know. Everybody, a lot of them at all, they don't know at all. But she used to give wonderful programs when she was growing up in Houston. and this was the first dance I ever saw her after her marriage. So thank you. It really gives me great pleasure to see her dance too. Thanks a lot. And of course, I want to...
Just give her the mic.
Yes. I want to thank everybody, all the cousins from Houston, Texas. There's a big group there. Vishwanath and Amar. And Amar Sadri's husband is a military personnel. He is a colonel and he's also a dentist. So give him a big hand from the government. Thank you. So, and all my younger children, grandchildren, Jitendra from representing India, and my brother Guntur could not come, but Jitendra is here today, and he has become recently an uncle. So thank you all my friends sitting in the back from Houston, Woodlands, and also Indianapolis, of course, our most favorite place, and also Chicago, to see some of the Chicago friends are all our traveling companions too. So once again, thank you all for coming. And of course, our Champagne people, but for them, this party would not have been a great success. See, half of them are from Channville and Danville. So I want to thank you all, and we'll continue to have a wonderful time in the future times. Thank you. So please enjoy the dinner. Make sure you really use it. And what is that called? There is a make sure you eat double kamita. And I want to thank Signature Inn people, Signature Restaurant from Bloomington, Adarsh and his company and his people. I want to thank them very much. Thank you. Please enjoy the day. There is a lot more music to come while you are eating and afterwards. So the program goes until 11 o'clock, 11:30. So please stay back and enjoy. And the bar is open all the time. Thank you.
Jagannadha